What's going on YouTube? Fatal Tracer Burn here. So this is my SCAR 16S rifle, civilian version of the SCAR L. Shoots 5.56. It's a great rifle. It is way better than an M16, M4, AR-15 platform, put it that way. It's fully ambidextrous, safety on right side, left side, magazine release, both sides. The only thing that's not on the right side of the rifle would be the bolt catch there, bolt release. But that's not really a big deal because you can switch the charging handle here over to the other side of the rifle when you reassemble it. Has iron sights that come with it, flip up. Has increments all the way out to 500, 600 meters, yards, I'm not sure which one. It has the large and small peep sights, so it has the larger one for close shooting or your night sight, if you will, and also has the front flip up sight, and it has a little middle protective ring around it so that way you can't get it bent up, and it has an opening here to adjust it for a front sight tool, whatnot, whatever you use. It also has, it comes stock with this muzzle brake on the end here. It's the FSC muzzle brake. I forget exactly what the name of it is, but I have one on my AK as well, and they are awesome. They drastically reduce recoil and muzzle climb. And really the only thing I don't like about this gun is the pistol grip, and that's it. I hate the stock M16 M4 pistol grip, and that's exactly what that is. I hate that little lip right there. It drives me crazy. I have a grip on order, but Tango Down is really backed up with all their grips. So I'll show you how to take it apart here. As you can see, it's empty, no magazine in there. Alright, it's really easy to take apart. Right here is the takedown pin. Press this, pull it out. That pops right out. Take the buttstock. Slides right off, real easy. Then you pull on the charging handle, and the recoil spring comes out. Then you just pull the charging handle out when it gets that little notch right there, and the whole bolt just slides right out just like that. And that's field stripped. If you want to get a little more in depth with cleaning it, I don't clean mine every time, but I still clean it pretty often. There's the piston here that you can clean as well, if I can get it off. You can take the charging handle right here, and you press down this little divot right there, and you turn the gas regulator here all the way over to the left hand side, and that just comes right out like so. And then what you need to do is get a punch rod, which I will grab here in a second. Take a punch rod. This is my AK punch rod. And as you look down the upper receiver of the rifle, you can see the little rear end of the piston sticking out. And all you do is push that, and right there it is. Piston pops right out. I haven't cleaned this since the last time I shot it. I didn't put that many rounds through it. You don't need to clean it every time. That's probably a good idea, but not necessary. It's a pretty reliable gun. Alright, that's good enough. You're not supposed to use any solvents on this. You're supposed to just wipe it, scrape it off, and it should be good. And then to reassemble it, piston goes back in, same way it came out there. Slide that all the way back. Take the gas regulator, slide that back on using the charging handle again to press the little pin there, and it slides right back on. And the 90-degree position is the regular position. If it gets really fouled up, you flip it over to all the way to the right hand side, I believe, and that's the larger hole in case it gets really fouled up and you want to throw some more gas through it. It's really not necessary for a semi-auto. That's more for like a full auto version if you put a can or suppressor or whatnot on the end of this thing, but fortunately I don't have one. I'd love to get one in the future. But alright, now that that's on, take the bolt. Take the bolt apart. All you do is remove that pin right there, this right here. Again, you can use the charging handle. Firing pin comes right out. Another retaining pin right here. Bolt comes out. Looks very similar, doesn't it, to AR-15 M16. So you slide that back on. Retaining pin goes back in. Firing pin back in the same way it came out. And then you press that in there. Make sure it's as tight in there as you can get it, because that can prevent this from seating right inside the rifle. Alright. So that just slides back on like so. And then you take the charging handle and you insert that back into that little notch there on the bolt. Alright, so just slide that all the way forward. Take the recoil spring. That end goes down. The spring just attaches into goes inside of the hole in the rear end of the bolt. Buttstock slides right back on. This little notch right here on the lower receiver just pivots in like that. That's it. And we'll do our functions check. Make sure it's clear again. Alright, so it's on fire. Gun goes off. On safe. Nothing. Back on fire. Looks like we're good. Alright, and as far as accessories goes I have on this, obviously there's an aim point right here. I think it's the Comp ML3. It's the, I don't think it's the night vision compatible one. I don't really need that. Yeah, I mean it would be nice, but didn't really feel like paying the extra money for it. And this is the Surefire. Oh, I don't know what model that is. I mean, I know there's a serial number on the side there. I forget what model it is, but it has the IR filter for, ironically, NVGs, even though I didn't get the aim point that's compatible with that. But I just use it as a protective cover, really. I got a really good deal on this from the Marine Corps. A buddy of mine was getting rid of one, so I jumped on the offer to get it for cheap price. Those things retail for a lot of money. And I got the pressure switch hook up on the grip pod. There's a little button back here that you press, bipod shoot out. And I mean, it's not the sturdiest thing in the world, but I rarely use them. And you know, in a combat situation, I highly doubt I would really utilize that a whole lot. I mean, I get it's entirely possible. It's just handy having that stable shooting platform there in case you do need it. And I got the Magpul XTM rail panels on there. Very, very nice. Really like those. And got the sweet Magpul sticker on there. It's kind of cheesy, I know. Some more about the rifle. The cheek rest right here comes up and down, so you can adjust your positioning of your eye for eye relief on whatever kind of optic you're using. This rifle is pretty accurate, so I mean you could theoretically put a larger magnification scope on here and use it to good effect, but I like the aim point. This is my kind of close range gun. I would love to get an ACOG for it, but they're just so expensive, which is a bad thing. And You can adjust the buttstock here using this little lever. Make it nice and short. Pull it all the way out. It's your length of pull. Okay, and then if you press this button right here, fold that bad boy over and it locks into place so it's not going anywhere. The only negative thing about this is that it blocks the magazine release a little bit. I mean, I can still press it. You can hear me pressing it right there, but it's not very practical. I mean, I wouldn't have the buttstock folded under most circumstances anyway, maybe if I was in a vehicle, but actually there's a video of me on my buddy's account when we're at his range and we used my girlfriend's Jeep for some range practice, taking contact in a vehicle. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. She didn't know about that either. She found out by watching the video. But you can shoot it with the buttstock folded as such. And then to put it back, all you do is just pull it, press the button again, and it locks back in just like that. Really quick, really simple. As far as magazines go, PMags don't really work that great with this, but as you can see, this isn't a PMag. Well, I mean, technically it is, but it's the EMag, which is, I mean, it's just like the PMag, except it doesn't have all the ribs on there, which doesn't really bother me, and it drops free from a lot of the foreign-made guns like the Scar, the different models that still shoot 5.56 and still use the standard GI mags. So yeah, but the PMags do not want to drop free from this, which kind of sucks, but it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, if you're shooting it and you see the bolt lock back and you give it enough of a flick, usually like that, usually the mag will go flying, but sometimes it gets lodged in there. I think it's some of my videos. I'm trying to do a reload and it stays stuck in there, and I just gotta pull it out. I mean, it doesn't decrease your reload time by that much, but it is kind of a pain in the ass. I won't want to do that every single time, but I would love to get more of these EMags. They're very good, and they're just like the PMag, like I was saying. I put the Ranger plate on there, so I mean they're compatible with the Ranger plates, and they still have the dust cover. I don't know where I put mine. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked the Scar. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions about it, just ask me. Oh, and as far as price range goes, I bought this for about $2,500, which, holy shit, that's a lot of money, isn't it? But I think it was worth it. This is a great gun. I think it's much, much better than an AR-15. I mean, you might not be able to switch out the upper receiver and all that with different calibers like you can a standard AR, and it might not have that many accessories for it. But I mean, most AR accessories you can use on the Scar anyway. So, I mean, I don't know. I love this rifle. I love the looks of it. I love the way it shoots. I love the way it feels. Folding buttstock, everything. I think it's a great gun. I really don't have anything negative to say about it, aside from the price. But, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.